Happy Saturday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. So I titled my message today, When It's Never Enough. So today I want to speak to the person who feels as though they are not worthy, the person who feels like they have to overachieve, they constantly have to do in order to feel as though they are accepted, in order for them to feel as though they are worth something. So there are times when you come across people who feel as though they have to perform. They constantly have to perform. They have a longing for somebody to tell them how great they look, how well they're doing. They chase that edification thing all the time, and sometimes it translates into being an overachiever. Do you ever have those people where you feel as though they're always wanting to be one up over somebody else, where they constantly are chasing that thing? When you're sitting in a meeting, they're constantly speaking up and speaking about all the things that they're doing and all the good things that their work is producing, because they want to feel like they matter. They want to feel as though they accomplish something. They want to hear their names called out. Do you ever feel like you have people in that you work with like that, or in your circle? And sometimes it's because they feel as though there's an abandonment issue, and chances are something may have happened maybe when they were a child. Chances are maybe they were told that they'll never amount to anything. Chances are maybe they always felt like they had to prove something in order to feel loved. But friends, I want to remind you that God's love for us is not conditional. It's unconditional love. That there's nothing you can say or do that will make him love you any more or any less than he already does. And before you were formed in your mother's womb, God knew you. Okay, he created you. He loved you. He knew the mistakes that you would make. He knew the things that you would do. He knew the accomplishments that you would have. And you know what? And when we fall short, he doesn't change his mind about us. So sometimes we change these things, and even if you got the recognition, even if you were mentioned 100 times, it would never be enough. Because truly what's missing is our identity, knowing and understanding who we truly are. Sometimes I honestly think half the battle is we don't know who we are. So we act a certain way because we think that's how people see us. We think, oh, people perceive me a certain way, or people look at me and they think this is what they see. So that's how we perform, and that's how we act, and that's how we do things. But truly, the only approval that we need is God's approval, and he already approved of us. He's always approved of us. There's nothing that we have to prove to him at all. And sometimes you chase, like if you see teenagers who are chasing boys to feel as though they're pretty, to feel as though they want to be in the popular group, so they follow the wrong crowd just simply because they want to feel as though they are a certain way. None of these things will ever be enough. So if you have been struggling emotionally, mentally, feeling as though, I just need somebody to recognize me. I need to feel, as though I'm worthy. I need to feel as though, just not feeling like you are complete. Try to understand the love of the Father. Ask God to fill that void that you're feeling. And it's important for us to take a look at our childhood and try to heal that little person that may have that still wounded soul. Be that, dig into that little person and start to heal that person. Make that person whole. Find out the issues that you maybe have never overcome, or the issues that have been buried so far down that you have forgotten that could be the true issue. It's always important to ask, why do I feel a certain way? Why do I act a certain way? Why do I respond? And then going back to that little person and trying to understand what kind of childhood you had, what kind of words were spoken over you that you've attached your identity to. Because our true identity lies in knowing who we are and whose we are, and that God accepts us no matter what. So I thank you for tuning in. Know that you are enough. Chasing all these things will never be enough, but you are already enough. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.